Welcome back to the Ink and Imagination podcast. Today, we'll dive into the article, Kane and Abel, A Symphony of Destiny and Willpower. There are books that are not merely dry pages, but mirrors reflecting the soul, invaluable lessons on humanity, and above all, silent companions of the heart. Kane and Abel by Jeffrey Archer is one such masterpiece. It is a symphony where the melancholic notes of fate intertwine with the powerful melodies of struggle, resilience, and forgiveness. First published in 1979, Kane and Abel is more than just an entertaining novel. It is a profound work, imbued with deep meanings about humanity, life, and enduring values. Through Jeffrey Archer's pen, each page bursts with vitality, as though whispering tales rich in humanity, leaving the reader's hearts endlessly moved. Two lives, two fates. Life can sometimes be extraordinarily strange. There are individuals born into completely opposite circumstances, like two poles of an extreme. Yet, despite taking different paths, they meet at a fateful crossroads. The title Kane and Abel hints at this, leading readers into the intertwined journeys of William Lowell Kane and Abel Rosnovski. William Lowell Kane was born in America into an upper-class family. From a young age, Kane was surrounded by luxury, with the finest of everything. However, this also placed upon him a heavy burden, to prove that his worth did not solely stem from noble lineage, but from his will and true capability. Kane refused to rest on the laurels of his family's legacy. He persevered, determined, and always ready to overcome challenges to affirm his identity. In stark contrast, Abel Rosnovski was born into dire circumstances. An orphaned Polish child, he grew up amidst the ravages of war and the harshness of life. Abel's childhood was a series of encounters with hunger, cold, and scorn. Yet from the depths of suffering, Abel rose like a pine tree braving a snowstorm, strong and unyielding. To him, success was not a matter of luck, but the result of sweat, tears, and even blood. Despite their different beginnings, both Kane and Abel were extraordinary individuals endowed with talent, ambition, and extraordinary perseverance. But fate cruelly placed them in opposition, not as allies, but as arch-enemies locked in a lifelong rivalry. Profound life lessons. The lives of Kane and Abel are not merely captivating tales, but also hold profound lessons, precious gems polished by adversity and time. 1. Starting points. Don't determine everything. When we witness someone's success, we are often fixated on their starting point. They come from a privileged family, or they've been favored since childhood. But Kane and Abel demonstrates that the starting point is but a small part of life's long journey. Kane, born into luxury, never ceased to learn and strive to be worthy of his privileges. He refused to be defined by the label of the wealthy heir, longing instead to establish his value through his own efforts. On the other hand, Abel started with nothing, surviving the cold confines of an orphanage and the devastation of war. He rose steadily from the ashes, symbolizing those who refuse to surrender to hardship, who believe in their right to dream and achieve something greater. The lesson here is simple. No matter where you begin, effort and perseverance are the true determinants of whether you reach your destination. 2. Aspiration and willpower to overcome adversity. If life is a grand stage, each of us faces unique challenges. How we confront these trials determines whether our story is memorable. Abel is a vivid embodiment of an indomitable will to live. His life was a series of relentless trials, losing his family, enduring hunger, and laboring tirelessly just to survive. Yet Abel never faltered. Instead, he transformed pain into fuel for his journey forward. Kane, though spared from poverty and war, had to contend with the invisible pressures of family, society, and the shadow of his parents' legacy. He never rested on his laurels, but met every challenge born of his ambition head-on. Their stories illustrate that no matter the circumstances, willpower and determination are the forces that carry us the furthest. 3. Relationships are the most precious things. Amid the fierce rivalry between Kane and Abel, the novel takes quiet moments to explore love, friendship, and familial bonds. Perhaps the most beautiful aspect of Kane and Abel is how Jeffrey Archer weaves these deeply human emotions into the narrative, reminding us that glorious achievements cannot replace the joy of family reunions. Genuine relationships are the sanctuary we all yearn to return to. The story gently reminds us, no matter how ambitious we are, we must cherish our loved ones, for they are life's most invaluable treasures. before, forgiveness is the key to happiness. The feud between Cain and Abel spanned decades, causing them great suffering and affecting those around them. In the end, both realized that hatred was not the answer. Forgiveness is not only an act of grace, but also a way to free oneself from the invisible burdens of resentment. 5. Keep moving forward. Never rest on your laurels, even at the pinnacle of success. Neither Cain nor Abel allowed themselves to stagnate. They continually set new goals and challenged themselves to keep moving forward. This relentless drive for progress is a spirit worth emulating. The work of a master storyteller, Jeffrey Archer, is not only a brilliant storyteller, but also a master of character development and plot construction. Every word in Cain and Abel seems to come alive, guiding readers through an ever-changing spectrum of emotions. Archer doesn't just narrate the lives of two individuals, he vividly reconstructs an entire society, capturing its political, economic, and social upheavals with remarkable depth and precision. Fate and choice, predestination, or free will. One of the subtle messages woven into Cain and Abel is humanity's eternal question. Is fate truly preordained, or do we have the power to change it through our will and actions? The novel artfully creates a space for contemplation, guiding readers through the journeys of Cain and Abel as they seek their own answers. In Cain, we see a man who refuses to let privilege define his path. Born into wealth and power, he does not allow himself to passively rely on these advantages. Instead, Cain builds his career and reputation step by step through his own talent and determination, proving that he is not entirely governed by fate. In contrast, Abel seems to embody the quintessential victim of destiny. Raised in poverty, orphaned, and thrust to the lowest rungs of society, he appears to be at the mercy of cruel circumstances. Yet, Abel does not accept this. He relentlessly pushes forward, breaking through the barriers imposed by his environment. Abel is a striking testament to the idea that, no matter how harsh fate may be, individuals can rise to rewrite their own stories. Fate, Archer suggests, is not an iron cage imprisoning humanity, but a challenge, a difficult puzzle to solve. The novel subtly conveys an open-ended message. Fate is only the beginning. The rest lies in our hands. The lives of Cain and Abel seem to represent two halves of the same answer. Fate exists, but choice is the decisive factor. This is not merely a lesson in resilience, but also an inspiring reminder that we have the right and responsibility to shape our lives, regardless of where we start. Conclusion: Cain and Abel is not merely a story, it is a journey of self-discovery. Through the lives of Cain and Abel, we catch glimpses of ourselves, a person who strives, who yearns, and who sometimes stumbles. But above all, it reminds us of the importance of rising and moving forward. This is not just a book to read. It is a work that inspires us to live better, to grow stronger, and to love more deeply. Pick up Cain and Abel and let its story become a source of inspiration for your own life. Hope you enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us. What about you? Have you read this book yet? What are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments below.